Hi, Sasha.
Hello.
Oh, we've got, I see, all four are now in view. So can you introduce the four budgies to us?
Yes. So the little turquoise one here, that is Bubbles. She's got the yellow head going and she's sitting on her boing. The bright yellow one is Banana. And then the little cute love pair right there is Cloud on the white one. And then Shadow is the green dusky colored one on the left.
I love that they have very distinct, very obvious names. There is no question when you look into that cage, which one is Cloud, which is always very nice with budgies. So how did they all come to Mickaboo? Did they all come together?
No. So with Cloud, Shadow, and Banana came as a group. And unfortunately, the owner could no longer care for them. So she had to surrender them. They weren't on the best diet either, so we had to change that. And then Bubbles, she was either found by someone and they took her to the vet, and she had broken her clavicle, and the vet patched her up, but it never quite healed properly. But it healed, just not fully the right way. Yeah, I guess we did get her through the vet.
Well, I'm just looking at all of them. It kind of looks like the Banana, Cloud, and Shadow are kind of a bonded trio, and Bubbles is a little bit, she's part of the flock, but not really part of the immediate friend circle. Would you say that's about right?
Yes.
Those
three are definitely so bonded.
Yeah, I was going to ask, so would you say the three have to be adopted together, but maybe Bubbles could be adopted separately if someone already has a budgie of their own?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Bubbles, she'd probably get along with any birdie.
Yeah, so for those unfamiliar, Mickaboo does want budgies to be kept together in flocks. If you already have one of your own, that's fine. If you don't have any budgies, we'd want you to adopt at least two. The larger flocks tend to be better. They in the wild, they have absolutely massive flocks. So do we know what sex they are?
We have a guesstimate. So we know for sure Cloud is female and Shadow is male. Banana, we're assuming is female, and Bubbles is definitely female.
Yeah, with budgies you can often tell, but some of the colorations make it a little bit difficult. I know that Bubbles is a stray, so we probably don't know how old she is, but what about the others?
The others are 2 years old minimum. Bubbles, we got her when her stripes were still there, so she's probably a year, if not a little less than that. But yeah, Cloud, Banana, and Shadow were all together from the chain pet store, like where their owner said they got them, and she had them for 2 years, so they're at least two.
So 2 years and less than 1 year old. How long do budgies live exactly? Like rough estimate?
I think it varies. It depends on genetics, breeding, diet, how well you care for them. Some places say like 5 to 8 years. Others I've heard they've had their budgies for like 18.
My budgie's growing up 12 years old. So it really does depend. Unfortunately, there's not exactly great breeding standards for a lot of pet store birds. They tend not to live as long, unfortunately. But with 1 and 2 years old, they've still got a lot of life ahead of them. They're all pretty young, which is pretty nice. Are any of them hand tamed?
So no, but we have been working on it for them. Cloud and Bubbles seem to be the more promising of the two. You can see Bubbles is totally taking interest over here. Cloud is just kind of in the middle between her buddies. But yeah, if we get Millet, Bubbles and Cloud will usually come forward with a hand in the cage while we're holding Millet. So over time, I could definitely see it. I
So
don't know.
not right now, but definitely
Yeah.
something that can be worked on, especially with how young Bubbles is, especially.
Yes, and Cloud is a foodie. She's so food motivated.
I was actually just about to ask what their diet is like.
So right now they have the Rowdy Bush pellet minis, and they love that stuff. We tried Rowdy Bush humble, and they liked it, but for some reason the minis they go crazy for it. And then they also have millet, and then in the morning I like to get them sliced up carrots and spinach and whichever fruit we have for the day. Sometimes it's watermelon, mango, and sometimes we'll take the pineapple. What did they take? Oh, strawberry, definitely.
Is that banana I'm hearing chirping in the background?
Yes, that's banana. She's close. She's very, very chirpy.
Yeah, I could hear the little noise, which is it's almost chirping and almost singing. It's kind of musical. I really like the budgie noises. And I was trying to figure out whose beak was moving when the noise was coming out.
It was banana. She's the singest. She has the prettier.
She's the big singer.
Yeah, she's a big singer, big flyer.
Oh, banana right up front. I was going to ask, I know you mentioned a little bit earlier that Bubbles came in with a broken clavicle, I think you said. So what is her health like now? I know you said it didn't heal quite right. Does that hold her back in any way? Can she fly?
So she can't fly. She kind of flops. She'll try and she can't stay in the air, but she's very young. She's very spunky. She's very bubbly.
Oh, very spunky right there. I see her chasing them off my millet.
Yes, she is full of sass. Her and Cloud sometimes go full diva mode action. But yeah, no, it heals. It didn't quite heal. It healed. She jumps around. I did put down ladders and some flat perches. There's like a horizontal perch back in the far back there. But all to help Bubbles try and get higher up to the cage, but she absolutely insists on just rocketing from the bottom up using the boing. It's her favorite. So yeah, I mean, when she gets older, maybe when she starts slowing down, but that's pretty far down the line. Then you might want to put in the ladders and the flat perches. But
for now, she'll just fling herself skyward, no ladder needed.
Quite literally, yes, she will fling herself.
They've got a lot of personality, little budgies. Like you wouldn't expect from such teeny birds, but they have a lot of personalities. Just they're so. I am seeing a boing. I'm seeing what looks like maybe a little bell in the back, a little disco ball. Does anyone in the cage have a particular favorite toy?
Yes. So Bubbles loves the green swing, and so does Cloud. They kind of bicker over it sometimes. They all love the boing. The boing is the best friend of all of them. And Bubbles also really likes that blue ball in the back with the bell. She'll climb all over it and around it. Cloud likes, again, the swing, and she also likes the, I don't know if you can see it, there's like a wooden ladder on the top left corner. It's like a wooden hang ladder. It just kind of hangs up from the top. Cloud loves that.
Oh yeah, we can see it just in the very, very top left corner. You can see a couple of, it's like a little bridge.
Yes, it's a little hang up bridge there. Really cute on Amazon.
And I just want to remind anyone, again, if you have any questions, Q&A tab is there. So before we move on to our next bird, I want to ask, do you have any fun stories about any of these birds?
Yes. I could go on and on with funny stories that happen. These four are so full of entertainment. It's great just watching them. Shadow's trying to use the swing now, and he doesn't usually use it, so it's kind of funny to watch. But yeah, no. So there was one day I was just doing my thing at my desk, and then all of a sudden I just hear a flunk and a thud and just the birds chirping like crazy. And I'm like, what is going on over there? And I turn over and there's Bubbles just soaked to the brim. And she had done a cannonball in the water trough up there. And it was just soaked all the way down. Like usually they'll like dabble in there, loose up a little bit. But no, she just went in there.
Living up to her name.
Yes, and then she kept shaking the water everywhere. Bubbles was like, Banana and Shadow were not having it, and they were like angry. Cloud was a little bit angry at first, and then she decided to join Bubbles, and it was just hilarity.
I'm loving watching them. We just saw Bubbles bully Shadow off the swing.
Yes, she is sassy. And then with the other three, a good one with those three, back before when we had first gotten them, the owner had a chewable perch, and they had all been kind of chewing towards the base where it screws on the cage, but they all love to sleep at night together on the same perch. So one night they all kind of tried to huddle on, and poor thing, the branch just kind of, it broke and fell because it was one of the chewable ones, and you just hear them go.
If I had $1 for every time a bird chewed through the perch they were standing on.
It was really funny. I mean, I know it's terrible when they like all fall, but when you're watching it and you're just like, oh no, oh my gosh, are they really gonna? And then they do. It was great.
All right, thank you very much.